Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a weekend message for you. This is intended to be useful to you, to support you whenever you find it. I'm doing this reading on the Aquarius full supermoon, the Sturgeon moon, and this is powerfully encouraging us to be flexible, adaptable, even mutable in the face of some very significant changes in the world. And these changes are triggering for us the ways in which we want to respond by making those changes within our own worlds so that we are better prepared to make the changes in the outer world that we want to see. So this is powerful. Thank you all who have supported, who have liked, subscribed, donated, commented, shared, and given to me in all the ways that you do energetically as well. So I could not be doing what I'm doing without all of you, and thank you for that. So Capricorn, let's get started with an overall energy. For your reading, we have the Servant of Swords. This is very much about the openness with which you are now looking at your experiences in life. This is you opening up to truths that may have been difficult for you to see, let alone accept in the past. This is you really looking into all of your life experiences, particularly in your family of origin, your formative years, your childhood, and really taken the opportunity to observe the way events occurred, detaching yourself from your powerful feelings, your powerful creativity, your nurturance, your tremendous sensitivity, in which you are able to identify the needs of others in an environment without factoring in the lack of recognition, the lack of visibility you may have had in formative years. This lack of visibility, this lack of attention or desire to encourage your expression is something that you are waking up to at this time. This is something that you might have found it difficult to even believe in the past, but you're now recognizing that you, in truth, may have felt like an outsider in your family of origin for a reason. And this is non-judgmental. This is not about accusing anyone of mistreatment. It may be simply recognizing the fact of that experience and how, in fact, it is affecting the way that you are demanding to be seen, to be heard at this time. In your present, we have the Two of Swords. So this is really impacting your whole ability right now to understand where you are spiritually. You recognize that you are at a crossroads of sorts. And the crossroads is really an internal dynamic where you are making decisions from a very different place than you may have in the past. In the past, I would venture to say, as a Capricorn, that you may have made choices and decisions based on the way in which you understood your responsibility and the needs of others. What was the job to be done? What was the task that needed to be accomplished? That was your criterion. Whereas now, you are actually recognizing that you have often responded in that way and not received the benefit of the effort that you made, may not have gained visibility. And that is in part because you refuse to see the things that you were uncomfortable about. You might have been uncomfortable about the fact that, as an example, family members didn't support you, didn't seem interested in your ideas, didn't seem to really know or care what you were excited or learning about in your life, what you were working towards. And that has been really difficult for you to see. It's been very difficult for you to accept the context of the decisions that you are making now. This truth is still reverberating in your soul, in your psyche. You're still reflecting on the fact that you may have, not only in your formative years, but quite often felt invisible. And there's some dichotomy here between being sought after, being highly visible, being highly desired, and not feeling that you are offered an opportunity to articulate your vision, express your ideas, or people being interested in the ideas that you thought they sought from you. So this is a really deep realization about the way you have been seen, and now your demand that you in fact be seen, if only by yourself. You allow yourself the conditions under which you can be seen, recognized, and heard. In your past, we have the Six of Cups. And this is definitely reflecting on an experience in the past or experiences in the past, and affirming that this is really not simply about your family of origin or your childhood. It is about formative experiences throughout your life. And this usually adheres to your youthful years. And depending on your age, youth can be defined through a range. What's critical about the past that you are revisiting is, along with this sense of invisibility, this sense of not being encouraged to express your ideas, not being attended to or nurtured for your talents, that you nonetheless found your talents, found your joy, found your pleasure, found your sweet spot, found those affiliations and alliances in your world, even if they weren't always with people. Your talent emerged early on in life, and that talent, that facility, that aptitude that you were able to find solace in, find pleasure and joy in, is something that has stayed with you. It's something that you may have recently revisited or been in realignment with. This talent, this joy, this pleasure, this place where it doesn't matter what other people say or think. It only matters to you in this liberation. In fact, this is what I'm sensing, a liberation from this sense of being invisible. If it's only been your ability to see yourself and to have confidence that your presence, your talents, your contribution in the world matters to you, is what has helped to liberate you from the sense of indecision, back and forth. My sense is that your dream life has you bouncing around your past, your future, and it's very difficult for you to stay present at this time. In the future, we have the Warrior of Jades, or this is the Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. So this is allowing you to create a plan as a result of these truths, of this ability to reconnect with your talents, anchor into who you authentically are, and as a result of information you've always had, this sense of your capacity, although it has been dimmed, certainly throughout your journey, throughout various times in your life, your ability to reconnect with that, with your talent, with who you are authentically, simply, not easily, but a simpler version, a more innocent version of yourself, has really stimulated you to plan your movement forward, to strategize a way in which you will realize and make real the abundance, the joy, the talent, the creativity that you have to give. I'm going to clarify the Two of Swords here with the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Well, indeed, Capricorn, you have, as is customarily thought, been through it. And you didn't just start going through it, you've been through it for a long time. What's interesting is the deep work that you have always had to do as a part of every step that you wanted to make moving forward has really blossomed through this ability to walk away from that which no longer serves you. This whole reading has a very intimate feeling to me. So this is family members, this is friends, this is often those with whom you expected support and love as you believed you were giving that love and support. That being, you're having outgrown whatever mechanisms have existed to date to support you. Recognizing that it isn't enough, it is never enough. There is a superficiality here that is not satisfying to you anymore, and you are determined to find meaning, to move on to other opportunities. You're continuing to climb your mountain. You are not in a position to rest, understanding that your needs are not being met by others. And that is helping you to close out this cycle of suffering and pain that has dimmed your view. It's dimmed your self-appreciation, your sense of worthiness and deservedness have been dimmed by the sense of suffering and pain, and that no matter what you have attempted, it has always come back at you as a failure, as nothing to show. So you are releasing this sense, releasing that, and recognizing that you've had abundance all along. Your abundance is within, and that has always been with you. I'm going to finish off this reading, Capricorn, with a hummingbird oracle for a little bit of a lighter touch. And I have pulled Natural Instincts. And it says very simply, you know which way to fly. And I would say that that is definitely affirming to you. I am so thankful for this beautiful reading, Capricorn Collective, as a Capricorn. Until next time, namaste.